do their piece to resolve homelessness, and we come together monthly to meet. And there's lots of other, meetings, so flyers on the table. But I appreciate all of you being here, and that's about it.
Thank you. Major Solon from the Salvation Army.
At last, I can just kind of summarize just some of the things that are done. A little over 4 years ago, I arrived in the community, and we had just closed our hospitality house. And we did that because of real funding issues that we had in those days. And we've been working on that, and this year is probably our best year as far as in the years that I've been working on that issue. Along with that was, of course, was the main focus of our participation locally in homeless issues. Actually, in the whole region of Los Angeles County. The Salvation Army provides beds. I think last year was over 900,000 bed nights in the county. So we do a lot of stuff with people that go from community to community. We do have a homeless shelter. The Bell Shelter is one of the largest in the country, just 9 miles away. So we do a lot of those kinds of things. Here in Whittier, our main focus has been, with cooperation with the city, has been providing showers, toiletries, towels, all things that are needed, snacks for our homeless in this community. And as I drove by the shelter just yesterday morning, I noticed 20 people waiting outside at 9 a.m. Waiting to get their shower. We do that 5 days a week, and so we do a lot of that with our social services programs that we have. We have 2 social services offices. One on Washington Avenue and one here on Pickering, and my staff is very competent in providing services and connecting people with the community. So we do a lot of that stuff. We are focusing on a harvest initiative in the next few years, and we are looking at reopening our facility if all things go well. And we'll deal a lot with placement of people who graduate from our drug and alcohol programs and get them back established in the local communities. And so we're all over Los Angeles County. We're looking at places that'll help in that area to bring people off the streets and bring them back into the communities.
Amen. So let's open up for a little Q&A time. Is there any questions here? We got one here. Thank you guys for sharing.
So I'm tying together mentally sort of what Andy Bale said and Ted Knoll said, and sort of what I'm hearing about the goal of retention in permanent housing and how that's a problem and how the community can sort of come alongside that maybe. And I think we might have maybe 1 or 2 volunteers after today. I'm just thinking like there's constant head nodding, and I think we may have just a couple volunteers after this who would like to get plugged in. And I was wondering, what do you guys have in terms of training normal people like me? I'm a housewife, I don't know anything. Someone like me who's at home, who is not formally trained, what can I do in terms of, like what Andy Bale said, each congregation adopted a homeless, or even if we could identify potentially homeless families, what can we do in terms of the things that for the general population are easier? Filling out forms, getting ID, basic transportation. I'm trying to figure out if you guys have training that's available that we could do, especially in like more of the children and family realm, in terms of how can we ensure that people are staying in the housing? What very basic, simple things that we take for granted that are just real easy, that like where are the holes, I guess I'm asking. And a caveat to that, do you have training that you already offer, and how would we connect people in the local church who want to be trained in how to help the retention rates in housing?
Does
that make sense? Sorry, I feel like that's 400 questions.
Got it. But first of all, we do not have any formal training. We only have, as I said, 3 or 4 people for about 6 areas and cities. So we just don't have the capacity. Hopefully that can be an outcome of this meeting. It would be nice to have community training that all the agencies can come to and to be able to train. So that could be an outcome from here that I was just thinking, to be able to do it. We do what I call social model training. Means if you come down, Scott will take you out to the encampments, you get to meet people, do things like that. So we do a lot of interns, we do a lot of students, they come and they sit for a semester and all. So we are in fact training people in what we do, but it isn't in the formal sense. But I just think there should be something, and I agree with you, in the city, where there could be an organization or a time where providers come together and then we share that with you, and it's dying, be able to create kind of a training system. I also wish we had a database or a web page where we could, it's just like eHarmony. You want to volunteer, you can select the place you want to go. So we could share. The biggest social capital we have in Whittier is the volunteerism. That's really endemic in the culture, because that's really what makes Whittier. So those are two suggestions.
Thank you. I do have a question too. It's kind of an elephant in the room a little bit, and I hear it out in the community all the time. And maybe Dottie, you could speak to this, because we've talked about it. People will say, well, St. Matthias feeds them, you're attracting more to the area. What you guys provide, not just St. Matthias, but just in general, what you're providing is attracting more. And so we have more people, that we're going to bring in more homeless. So what do you guys kind of say to that in terms of what your approach is, or how can you continue doing what you're doing, but maybe also take into account some of the criticisms from the community? Does that make any sense? What are some of the solutions? Because there is a little bit of the headbutt there, so what is a possible solution to that?
Well, like I said, the reason we started in the first place, we didn't say, let's feed people and see if we can get more to come to Whittier. The minister saw a man digging through the garbage, and he turned to his secretary, of course, and said, you're going to do something about this, right, Yvette? And so it was started. I was interested to hear that this number, where the numbers came from today. There are 300 and some odd people who are homeless connected with Whittier, and they're not coming from somewhere else. That a lot of them came here. A lot of the people I know, they grew up here. They went to Cal High, or this is my church, or one that always goes and sleeps in East Whittier because that's where he's from. He feels safer there. So, even if we were, I'll say this, and this is just me, not my agency, even if I was attracting someone all the way from Montebello to get something to eat, I don't care. They're hungry.
I'm going to piggyback on what Dottie said. Out of the 300 families that we assist, 60% are from Whittier, and their children are going to Whittier. They're residents of Whittier. They've been